Welcome to all. Right now we are going to discuss about the static root. So how to set up static root in a Cisco Packet Tracer. So here I am going to use this IP addressing table. So based on this IP addressing table, I am going to set up the static root. Okay, so first in this example we are going to take three routers. Okay, I am going to use a 2911 router, three routers for my network, and I'm going to use two PCs. Okay, so right now we need to connect it. So here the PC and the router both are different devices, so that's why here we are going to use a copper straight through cable. Here the router to router both are same devices. Okay, right now that's why we are going to use a copper crossover cable. Okay, again here different devices, I am going to use a copper straight through cable. That's it. So we need to configure the entire network setup. So step by step I'm going to explain. So first here I'm going to configure the router. So change the name of it, router 1, router 2, router 3. Okay, for understanding purpose. Okay, right now go to configure the router 1. Go to the CLI mode. No. First enable configure terminal. So first we need to configure the interface of it one by one. So here it which connected by, so here right now we are going to configure this route. So this is which connected by gigabit Ethernet 0/0. Okay, so interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0, IP address of it 192.168.1.1.255.0. okay, and now no shutdown. Exit. Now again configure. So right now we need to configure this interface. So what is the interface of this? /1, 0/1. Okay, so interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1, IP address of it 192.168.12.1, 255.255.255.0. No shutdown. So here we are going to learn about the static root. So we need to configure the static root, because in the static root we need to define what is the route in between one router into the another one router, what type of connectivity you have to take on there. So there are two types of that. Number one is a static route, number two is a dynamic route. Static route always follow the same route in between source to destination. Dynamic route it which choose the route in between source to destination depend on the network traffic. So right now we are going to discuss about the static route. Okay, so now configure the static route. IP route 192.168.23.0, 255.255.0, 192.168.12.2. so this is actually which determine that the entire how many routers are available in your entire network. Based on that the route will be defined. So right now So we are configured one root, another one root, IP root 192.168.3.0. so the 23 which represent here the interface. Okay, so in a coming router, whenever you are going to configure, you will detail know about it. So the 3.0, it's the last interface is that. Okay, 255.55.55.0 192.168.12.1. so we are actually creating the root. Sorry, 12.2, right. So mistyped, 12.2, right. So everything is configured. Exit, right. Right memory, that's it. So we configure router 1. So go with the router 2. So right now go with the router 2, CLI no enable configure terminal. Here interface. Okay, interface, what interface? Here we are going to take the interface here. So right now gigabit 00. So before you need to understand it, gigabit ethernet 0/0. Now go with the IP address 192.168.12.2. so everything I follow the network address table which I shown you on a very first frame before we started. Yeah, I made a mistake. 0. Okay, right, no shutdown and exit and interface. Right now go with the interface. This interface we need to configure /1. Okay, gigabit ethernet 0/1. okay, and now go to the IP address 192.23.1 255.55.0. okay, no shutdown, right, exit. So we need to configure the root IP root 192.168.1.0 255.0 192.168.12.1. first root configured, and the next one IP root 192.168.3.0 255.0 192.168.3.2. okay, so right, that's it. So we configured it, but it is not changed. Okay, so right now we configured it. So right now go with the third router. Here go to the CLI no enable configure terminal gigabit. So right now go with the first interface. Okay, here the first interface of it. So the first interface gigabit is 0/0. okay, gigabit interface gigabit ethernet /0. IP address of it 192.168.12.1 23.2 255.0. okay, no shutdown, exit. Again interface. Okay, what is the interface right now? We need to configure this interface 0/1. okay, IP interface gigabit ethernet 0/1. okay, right. IP address. What is IP address? 192.168.3.1 0. right. No shutdown, right. Exit. So we need to configure the IP route 192.168.1.0 192.168.23.1 and IP route 192.168.12.0 192.168.23.1. okay, something I made a mistake. 192.168 192.168.12.0 255. Yeah, here I made a 255.0. what the mistake is 192.168.12.0, right. .1, right. okay, right. Memory. Right memory. So here you see that everything is configured, but we missed to configure the end system. We need to configure the end system. Go to the desktop and here 192.168.1.10 192.168.1.0. so that is a default gate, which means that your nearest router network ID. And here 192.168.3.10 192.168.3.0. that's it. okay, we configured everything properly. So right now we are going to connect from PC0 to PC1. so okay, change the name PC1. sorry, so this is okay, configure it. Go to the command prompt. Before that, what is IP address of PC1? IP address of PC1 192.168.3.10. okay, command prompt ping 192.168.3.10. it takes some time because it need to connect from multiple routers together. okay, that's why it takes some amount of time. Wait. So right now we are facing the requested timeout. So okay, right now go to the simulation mode. In this simulation mode we are go through to identify where is the problem. where the problem is. Here it's transferred properly. So right now the receiver, the router is not received it. Okay, so go with it. So what's the problem with the router? So go to check the router IP. The gateway is a problem here. Change, yeah, default gateway should be 1 here, and the default gateway here should be 1, right? So go through and change, to try to change it. Yeah, right now it works. So here go to the default gateway is a problem. I finally figured out. So go to there and click it. So right now check it again. So first PC0 to our router 1, router 1 to router 2, router 2 to router 3, and the router 3 to PC1. Now again PC1 to router 3, and router 3 to router 1 again. So this is a static route in between source to destination, right? It proper, it works. Okay, right, it works. So this is it. So I hope you understood. So be careful whenever you are going to work with multiple routers. It will totally confuse you, so you have to configure it very clearly. So what did I mistake? I misconfigured the default gateway here. So the default gateway IP I misconfigured. That's the problem. Okay, so right, I hope you understood. Right.